What's up, everybody? This is A7X Fan Ben, and this is an introductory two-player 40-point game where I taught a new player. So usually when I teach new players, I like to keep it pretty simple. So we had a small map. Some of the islands are only a little bit more than L away from each other. So we had basic setup, no terrain, no unique treasures, no forts. And I like to keep it simple and just use generic crew when teaching a new player as well. I don't use any named crew generally. So I rolled to go first, and I'll detail my fleet a little bit. So I had a kind of a Sultan theme. I happened to use the only two ships in the game with Sultan in their name. So HMS Sultan was the flagship, English ship, and she had captain, helmsman, and oarsman aboard. And the Sultan sword is the galley that you see there. And I wanted to change up the crew setup a little bit. She's not a great ship, but I put captain and musketeer on to give her a little bit of bite. So, and since it was an intro game, I was fine with the S+S speed with no helmsman. So, and then the third and final ship was HMS Antelope, a nice little 5-point English ship, and no crew on that one. And then for the 40-point pirate fleet that my opponent used, I made a fleet with Raven's Neck and the Mystic. And for the generic crew, both of them had a bunch of crew. So Raven's Neck had captain, helmsman, oarsman, and a firepot specialist for 20 points total. And then Mystic had captain, helmsman, and explorer for 20 points total. So a couple 20-point setups for the 40 total in that fleet. Basically, the theme of that fleet was kind of like a couple hybrids, both with plenty of cargo. Even after you added the generic crew, they had like 3 and 2 cargo spaces respectively open on Raven's Neck and Mystic. And we were pretty much ready to get started. So I explained the rules, and then we were ready to go. So 4 coins per island still, but no UTs or anything like that. And we used flat earth rules. So the edges of the map were just a hard boundary that you couldn't cross at all. So on my first turn, Sultan and Antelope, they both went west to that southern island. This shows a couple turns into the game, or turn and a half, I should say, 1.5 rounds. So my second turn is also visible. So Sultan's sword went north to that northeastern island up in the top right, but the Mystic had an explorer, so she was able to use Windcatcher keyword, flip around, and then get to that island and take what I assumed would be the 2 best coins from that island. And as a result, I wanted to use Sultan's sword in this game to get her into action. So she went off and attacked Mystic. She only hit once in 3 tries. I can't remember if that 6S at the back was in range, but even if it was, I didn't have a cannon bonus, so I wouldn't be able to hit it because I didn't have any +1 abilities. And so not a lot of damage. I think the board failed, but anyway, I wanted to get that ship in action, so make kind of a statement on the second round. And Raven's Neck got to the northwestern island, but didn't have an explorer, so she's just docked there right now. And here's a close-up. I like how the Sultan's sword, her artwork on the sails is pretty cool with the skull and crossed swords and how they're kind of faded. So, of course, the galleys always look really cool for the most part in general. So, pretty fun shot there. Mystic is a pretty cool ship too, actually. I find her to be kind of underrated. She's got the home island raiding ability and pretty good cargo and reasonable cannons for 14 points. Maybe a tad overpriced, but still a decent kind of slow hybrid for the pirates. So anyway, so this shows that explored token, given that the pirates have explored that island now. And Mystic took a couple coins. And then, so basically, Sultan and Antelope came back to my home island to deposit gold. And Mystic went home actually and dropped off her coins, but then Sultan's sword only had S+S speed, so she could only get so far away from the Mystic. And I think when the Mystic redocked at the pirate home island, she shot a mast off Sultan's sword, and then Sultan's sword used the galley keyword to dock at that northeastern island because I was going to give it another go at trying to get the last few coins, but Mystic came right back out and docked, explored, took the last 2 coins, and then shot another mast off Sultan's sword. So Pirates definitely getting the better of that engagement so far. And then Raven's Neck is returned home with her coins as well. So problem here is with the small setup, I was able to come in and attack the Mystic with HMS Sultan. So the English flagship got into action and took out the last 2 masts on Mystic. This left her derelict, so she was ripe for the capturing, and the Sultan sword was able to basically take advantage of that and capture her right away. So this netted me another ship. So now I had a pretty big numbers advantage, 4 ships against 1, at the current time, and also netted me a home island raider. And at the bottom, you can see HMS Antelope is going around the southern island to try to get to that southwestern island, which is the last unexplored island in play. So Sultan Sword couldn't win that battle, but she got a little assist from the English there, and now the pirates are down to one ship. But it is a good one, probably the best ship out of the 5 used in this game. So, and now the Sultan Sword towed the Mystic back, got her coin back, and they started repairing. And then out in the southwest, some more tension was brewing. So the Antelope had sailed out there with the Sultan following to escort her. And now the Raven's Neck engaged Sultan and they were trading shots. But this is when the game really got crazy, because the most notable thing about this game was actually just the sheer quantity of ones that we rolled. So for probably three or four kind of broadsides in a row, we rolled almost exclusively ones. It was really insane. I know my opponent, she rolled at least 3 ones in a row to miss like all 4 shots in an attack. And then HMS Sultan, I've put a 1 there too because I was using the red die and that wasn't working either. So it's pretty crazy actually. I've seen plenty of snake eyes and other bad luck in this game, but I don't think I've ever seen 2 players roll so many ones in such a short span of time. I don't know. I didn't keep track of what it was exactly, but there was a chance that there may have been maybe like 10 shots exchanged in like a round and a half, and probably like at least 6 or 7 rolls were ones. It got really crazy actually. You can see the result. It's all the ships are still healthy. I mean, this was a battle going on. Normally there's mass all over, but here we were just missing like crazy. So, but eventually, of course, that had to change. So Raven's Neck finally was able to get some better luck. Not the best luck, but she was able to land a fire pot on the Sultan, set her aflame, kind of cripple that ship, ram the Antelope, and I think she stole a coin from that ram and board. And then the Sultan, I rammed and shot with the Sultan, but it didn't work. So my rolls are still bad. Antelope stayed there to keep the Raven's Neck pinned and shot at her, but also missed. So my luck in combat was still poor here. And then Raven's Neck was able to clinch the battle with an effective broadside. Probably her best moment of the game as a ship. She sunk the Sultan and then set the Antelope ablaze to pretty much doom that ship. So the Raven's Neck has won the battle here. You can see the 6 that they rolled on one of the shots. And then, so Antelope was consumed by the fires. But while all that was going down, I was able to repair my 2 special ship 3 masters. I just mean special because they're not like square rigged. The galley and the Windcatcher are a little bit different look. So they got fully repaired and sailed out Mystic with the intent to steal gold from the pirate home island. And Sultan Sword was kind of escorting her partway there, but then really she had her eyes on the final coin on the northwestern island. So, and then Raven's Neck has docked at the southwestern island to grab the last couple coins from there. And she did, and then since she had LS speed and had already explored the northwestern island, she was able to actually go up and grab that last coin from a wild island before Sultan Sword because she had better speed. Sultan Sword was only moving S+S and didn't really want to get into a full engagement with Raven's Neck, given that she had lost to Mystic already, which does not have as much firepower as Raven's Neck. So. But Raven's Neck did have to drop off her firepot specialist to load the last coin from the Northwest Island because Raven's Neck was getting pretty full. She was high on cargo. So I think she had a coin stolen from Antelope, 2 coins from the Southwestern Island, and then 1 from the Northwestern Island. So it looks like she's got 4 coins and then Captain House and Oarsman, so full cargo. But the problem is Mystic had redocked already. So she had stolen a coin and then she went in for another one on the next turn as well. So she had a couple stolen coins, and that would actually prove to be the difference because Mystic came home with both of those stolen coins. They were both 4s, which happened to be, we just picked out random coins for this game, but 4s happened to be the highest value in play. So I had already stolen 8 gold from the pirate home island. Raven's Neck came home and unloaded her 4 coins, but it wasn't enough. The home island Raider made the difference, and so the English Corsairs won 22-18. So quite a close game, really, and pretty interesting. So if the Mystic had only stolen 1 4, the Pirates would have won 22-18, and if she hadn't stolen any, Pirates would have won, I think, 26 to 14, so or something like that. So pretty interesting game actually. It was pretty good. Most notable for that sequence of ones on cannon shots was really crazy. Like I said, normally that might happen to like one player on one turn, but to see it on consecutive rounds across all players in the game is something I haven't really seen, at least maybe not to this intensity, maybe throughout a game, but not like it was almost all ones for like 4 combat actions in a row. It was wild. So anyway, so the home island raider capture was kind of what clinched this. So thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe, comment what you thought of the game and the fleets used and things like that. And let me know what kind of pirates videos you want me to make or want to see on this channel. I did a poll recently and saw that people would actually like to see some YouTube Shorts content. So I'm hoping to get into that a little bit. And beyond that, feel free to support the channel with the affiliate links in the description below. I always have one to eBay. So if you buy from that, I'll get like a small commission on it. So you can kind of support the channel and my efforts with Pirate CSG and the Pirates of Ven website when you buy your own pirate stuff. So anyway, leave a like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.